It's our favorite complete recipe collection filled with mouth-watering homemade dishes featuring breads, breakfasts, appetizers, lunch, dinners, and desserts. Get out your measuring cups, mixer, and chopping board. The Home and Backyard Cookbook begins right now. If you're looking for some authentic Italian cuisine, you don't have to go too far. Here in downtown Scranton sits a locally owned Italian restaurant that will be sure to put you in a New York state of mind.
Bar Pozzo's vibe is a city-feeling restaurant. I did a lot of research, I went to a lot of cities, and I saw what they had, and I wanted to bring that to downtown Scranton.
Well, we brought our appetites to Bar Pozzo and knew we were at the right place. On the wall is an Italian phrase that translates to, "One does not think well, love well, sleep well, if one has not dined well." So we headed back into the kitchen to experience fine dining. I'm here with Chef John Tabone, and you're going to make something special for us. What are we making?
I am. I'm going to make one of our signature pizzas, our pizza calabrese.
All right, well, let's get started.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, what's the first thing we do?
Okay, with any pizza, it starts with the dough. All right, our dough is authentic Intimo Caputo 00 flour. It's a 66% hydration, and it is a 3-day ferment. And
wow.
What that means is we have a very light pizza, and it's very full of flavor from the fermentation. Each dough ball is 9.5 ounces, and we gradually roll it to 12 inches.
You don't just have pizza here, you have so many other
for sure.
items as well.
Yes, we have cucina plates, which we call them, which come from our kitchen. We have pastas. We have gelato. We also have salumi and formaggi, which is cheese and cured meats.
Oh, nice.
Here at Bar Pozzo, we have gelato that's made here. We imported a gelato machine from Italy, Carpigiani machine actually. We have 5 or 6 flavors every day. The cafe, you can come in, have a coffee. You could have a scoop of gelato, or you could even have a pizza if you like, in a laid-back atmosphere.
Okay, as for the next step, we're going to do is we're going to top the pizza. And this is a very important step because we don't want to over-top it, and we want to make sure all the ingredients all balance with flavor. The first step is the San Marzano tomatoes, which is an authentic Italian tomato sauce. Next ingredient I'm using is some wild oregano.
All right.
I'm going to do a little chili and a little sheep's milk cheese. Fresh mozzarella. Like I said, you want to evenly distribute all your flavors, so every bite has a little pop to it. Now I'm going to add our own fire roasted peppers that we roast right here in our wood fired oven. There's 4 pizzas that I feel that are staples. Obviously our pizza margherita, we have a quattro formaggi pizza, which is a cheese pizza. We have our Scrantonian pizza, which is a pepperoni.
Yes.
And this pizza, which is our Calabrian sausage pizza.
Okay, now what did you just put on there?
I put on there some fresh fennel or anise.
Oh, nice.
That's going to add
that's a different taste.
It is, and it goes really well with sausage. This is our sausage that we make here with pork shoulder. It's made with fennel, it's made with chilies, and the flavor of the anise will definitely complement the sausage. Like I was saying before, this is a perfect marriage of flavors. That's obviously the goal, is to have a pizza that has tremendous flavor and balance.
With the perfect balance of flavors, you need to create the perfect cooking environment. Chef John preps the oven to ensure that our pizza will be one of a kind.
We're going to move these smoldering logs onto the andiron. And what we're doing is we're creating the proper temperature and the proper flame.
Now, how hot does this oven get?
This oven could burn over 1,000 degrees, but we don't burn it that hot.
Right.
In Naples, they cook at 900 degrees, which is a true Neapolitan pizza.
Wow.
Where we took the Neapolitan concept and tweaked it to make it more Scranton friendly.
The pizza is what we're all about. You know, the wood burning ovens are imported from Italy. You know, they're unique. They started off in Italy, a northern town in Italy. They were shipped to San Francisco to be tiled.
Then they came to us via tractor trailer. They drove it for a week across the country, and then ended up in here on Scranton. It was a big day for Sam and I.
It was quite a sight when the ovens came on a tractor trailer down Spruce Street. It was really, really awesome to see. I was waiting for a long time to see that.
Okay, next will be the placement of the pizza. And this is a little tricky. You want to make sure you have just enough flour so it glides right off the peel. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in the back of our oven. Just gonna let that
Beautiful.
place it right there.
So it kind of does something to the crust, doesn't it?
It does. It leopards it, meaning
what
it
does that
blisters
mean?
it.
Oh, all right.
And that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm trying to control the flame. And with the flame is going to give you that beautiful leoparding on the pizza, the spotting.
Beautiful.
You can see that flame coming over the top of the dome, and that's where all your flavor's coming from.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to make sure a 1/3 turn to the flame, just to ensure the pizza cooks evenly.
Okay, John, I'm gonna taste this baby. It looks delish.
It's good, right?
Oh my God. Wow. That packs a lot of punch. All of that flavor with sausage. You could taste the fennel, the peppers.
It's amazing.
But that crust.
The crust
That sweet crust.
That's definitely what makes it. That's the platform.
It sure does. It is delicious. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
making
so much.
this.
I appreciate cooking a pizza today with you.
Well, it was great fun and we learned a lot. And I think we're not done because Sam is up in the cafe and we're going to tuck in for a bit.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Here you go, Jackie. Here's our salted caramel gelato.
Thank you, Sam. This is so good. Delicious. We can't get this anywhere around here.
No.
Well, thanks again, Sam, and ciao.
Thank you. Ciao.
I'm here in Brick's Tavern in Gouldsboro, where they not only have an amazing selection of specialty drinks, but they have a fantastic menu. We're gonna head back to the kitchen. I'm here in the kitchen with Cody Sliker, and he is the executive chef and co-owner of Brick's Tavern, right here in Covington Township.
Yes.
This place is really fun. You have a really nice menu and great drinks, but today you're going to make something special, right?
Yes. Today we're gonna make a dish for $10 Tuesdays. It's called steak calabrese. To get started,
Okay.
we'll grab our steak. It's a Delmonico cut, which is off the rib of the cow.
Yes.
And we're gonna season it with salt and pepper,
Okay.
and then a sweet and dry smoky rub. Both sides, nice and heavy, and then we'll sear it on the grill. So the steak's gonna sear for about 1.5 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it for another 1.5 minutes, and then I'll end up flipping it and turning it again.
Right, so you get those nice grill marks, right?
Exactly,
All right.
yes.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so you want the steak to set on there for a long time. That way you get the nice smokiness from the grill. So it's about done. We're gonna take it off the grill. We're gonna throw it right in the oven.
All right.
And it's gonna cook.
Okay, sounds good.
Now we're gonna make the sauce for the calabrese.
All right.
And we're gonna start off with a little garlic.
We have a little oil in the pan there first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Little oil, little garlic, some onions, some mushrooms,
Nice.
and some peppers.
Beautiful.
Now we're going with sweet peppers, but you can do this dish with hot peppers.
All right. Oh, okay. So it's to your liking.
So you're gonna caramelize the vegetables until they're almost translucent, which you'll be able to tell by the onions because
Right.
they're white. And you gotta be careful, you don't wanna brown the garlic too much or it'll burn. Now that the veg has become translucent, we're going to add our private stock marsala.
Nice. Woo, look at that. I love fondue. So exciting.
So you're gonna let the wine cook out. So we're gonna reduce our heat. And as that cooks, we're gonna check on our steak
Okay.
because I'm sure it's time to come out of the oven.
All right. Sounds good.
Now that the steak is pulled out of the oven, we're gonna let it rest. Letting it rest is gonna give the steak time to carry through. That way you have a nice even flavor in the center. While we're waiting for the steak to rest, we're gonna cut up our potato and we're gonna fry it. That way we have the chips for the center of the plate. Now we're going to finish the sauce, which is going to be finished with a little fresh chicken stock, a little bit of gravy,
Okay.
and balsamic glaze.
Nice. Lots of rich flavors in there. I love it.
Yes, it's going to make the dish. That's nice and reduced. Everything came together. Our potatoes are about done, so now it's time to plate.
All right, let's do it. Oh my gosh, Cody, this is so fantastic. Like,
Thank you very much.
It's so juicy and it has tons of flavor.
Good.
I just love it. Thank you for preparing this for us.
Thank you for coming in.
So Cody, for those who don't know about Brick's Tavern, tell us a little bit about it.
All right, we're located in Gouldsboro at 277 Drinker Turnpike.
Very easy to find.
Yes, we specialize in mixed cocktails and martinis. We also specialize in homemade food. We have a lovely ambiance.
Yes.
Makes you feel like you're right at home.
Absolutely. It's very family friendly. It's casual dining. The food is fantastic. The menu's great. It's a great place to stop anytime. Well, once again, thank you for having us here at Brick's Tavern.
Thank you very much.
Here with Christina Hitchcock, and we are going to make moonshine today. This is really exciting because when most people think of moonshine, you think of like that backwoods kind of homemade stuff, but this is like a different spin on it.
Right, it's like a flavored moonshine kind of cocktail.
Yeah.
So this is really good. It's wildly popular on my blog right now. Everybody loves the recipe. So we're gonna make an apple pie moonshine, which is perfect for the fall. So it's super easy. We're gonna start with 64 ounces of apple cider. And we're just gonna pour that into a large stock pot.
Most people don't realize that you could flavor it, so and it's a good thing for gifts.
This is great for gift giving, and now is actually the perfect time to make it in the fall because it does need to sit and mellow over time. The flavor mellows because we're gonna use some pretty strong alcohol in here.
Great.
So to the apple cider, we're gonna add apple juice. Same amount, so equal parts apple cider and apple juice. It's splashing all over the place.
It'll be so worth it though.
It is, this is so good. Okay, so to this we're going to add about 3 cups of sugar. It sounds like a lot, but this is gonna make a lot of moonshine.
All right. What other types of moonshine do you make?
Oh, I have lots of varieties. Peach, cherry, pumpkin, cranberry, mojito, creamsicle. My favorite is sweet tea. That's my new favorite. I have root beer, all different kinds.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So to our cider and our apple juice, we're gonna add about 8 cinnamon sticks. So just the whole cinnamon stick, and this is gonna cook down and release the cinnamon flavor into the cider. So then we're gonna add, I'm not a precise measure, about a 1/4 teaspoon or so of nutmeg, and about the same amount of ground cinnamon. And that's it. That is our mixture. We're going to, it's like what I call our flavor base. We're going to just put this on to boil. We're gonna bring that to a boil, and then we're gonna reduce the heat and let it simmer for about an hour.
Okay, great. Okay, Christina, the mixture is done, right?
Yes, so I actually have an extra pot here that I had made ahead of time because it's super important that you allow the flavor base to cool completely before you add the alcohol.
All right.
For 2 reasons. The alcohol is very strong, so it's very flammable. And number 2, you don't want it to evaporate. So we want a nice cool mixture. So I have this one ready to go.
All right.
And to this, I add grain alcohol actually. So it's going to be super strong. In Pennsylvania, it's difficult to get the 190 proof Everclear. They don't sell it in Pennsylvania, so You have to go out of state to get that.
Okay.
But they do sell this one, which is 151 proof. So you can buy this in a Pennsylvania liquor store. So you could use either or. This one will obviously be stronger.
Okay.
I'm going for the stronger route.
All right.
So we're gonna actually use the whole bottle in here. So we're gonna pour the entire bottle of grain alcohol right into our mixture. So we're just gonna pour that in. We're gonna give it a really good stir, mix it around. We still have our cinnamon sticks in there.
It smells so good, the cinnamon.
Oh, doesn't it? It smells just like fall.
It does, and the apples.
So I'm gonna go through and fish out the cinnamon sticks because we're going to use those again.
All right. This batch will make how many?
It really depends on the size jar you use. So I'm using the smaller jars here, so it'll fill more of these, obviously, than if you were to use the larger quart-sized jars.
Now, you don't need to actually use a canning jar, do
No.
you? The lids, that has nothing to do with popping
Nope.
or anything like that.
We are not canning at all, so we don't have to worry about getting a good seal on it.
All right.
The alcohol content in this is so strong, it will prevent any kind of spoilage.
All right.
So if you want to start, maybe put one of these cinnamon sticks into each jar. So we're going to let that hang out in there. Now, one of the things with this moonshine, as I mentioned, you really have to let it sit and mellow. So I usually let it sit for at least 4 weeks. The longer, the better. And I've had some of these in my cabinet for over a year, and they're just as good. In fact, even better. So now it's just a matter of filling the jars. So we're just going to try not to make a mess.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even dream of drinking it right now.
No.
Because it wouldn't taste good at all.
It would not. You would taste purely the alcohol.
Right.
Yeah, it would be very, very strong. And then as it sits, the cinnamon from the cinnamon sticks is going to release even more flavor into the moonshine. So it's going to be even more cinnamony. That's a word.
It is. It is now.
It's a word.
Well, we're all finished, and you have a multitude of flavors here. You actually have the one that we made.
Right. This one has been sitting for a while, so it's nice and mellow.
Yes.
This is the Jolly Rancher green apple. I have a sweet tea, strawberry, and this one is creamsicle.
Wow.
So lots of variety for you to choose from.
Fun recipes. Christina has a book out. It's an ebook. So why don't you tell us about that?
So it's an ebook called How to Make Flavored Moonshine. And in the ebook, I have 16 different flavored moonshine recipes. The apple pie one is available on my website, but a lot of the other ones you cannot get on the website. And I've also included 34 recipes for cocktails that you can make using these moonshines.
Ooh, fun.
So if you don't want to drink them straight up, there's just some fun ways you can mix them up and make fun cocktails.
Excellent. Well, why don't we each taste one?
Okay, here, I'll give you the apple. You could try that we made today, and I'll try the creamsicle.
Okay, let's give it
All
a
right,
shot.
cheers.
Let's see here. Oh, that's good.
Isn't it good?
It's warm. It does feel like fall.
Yeah.
And cozy.
And it can be dangerous, so drink them slowly.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to drink a lot of these. Christina, thank you so much for showing us how to make this. This is great fun. And cheers to you.
Cheers again.
Thank you. Well, the holidays are approaching. It's such an exciting time. And, you know, for those of us who want to stay healthy and have some healthy snacks or healthy foods, sometimes it can be challenging. But here at Bounce Fit and Bowls, you have the perfect alternative that's healthy for us.
We do. So, Jackie, I'm an athlete and I work out all the time. And something I found very frustrating for people in that position is, what do you do after a hard workout when you want to refuel your body, but you don't want junk food and you don't want fast food?
Right.
So I came out with Bounce Fit and Bowls. The bowls are super healthy. There are no added sugars, no sugar alcohols. It's just the natural fruit and then all of the fresh fruit that goes on top.
So you have some fun creations for us, and we're kind of going to celebrate Thanksgiving, a little bit of Thanksgiving vibe, right?
Absolutely. Nothing better than a little pumpkin.
Yeah.
So
all right.
this is our seasonal bowl. This is the pumpkin bowl. And the way we start off all of our bowls is we have granola that goes into the bottom. And for my gluten-free clients, we do have gluten-free. gluten-free, so if people need to have a gluten-free granola, they can come on in and we can definitely give them that.
All right.
And then the next thing that goes in is our frozen smoothie base. So this is an all-natural pumpkin base and delicious, I'm not gonna lie, although I'm a little partial. And we like to get that full in the bowl. We're very good on our portions here.
Yeah,
because we
this
know
is nice.
after you work out, you need to refuel. And this is great for not only, adults that are athletes, this is great for kids. People are so used to going to McDonald's and, all the fast food places.
Right.
But this gives them something after school, something that they can really enjoy while they're sitting down here. They can eat outside, but something that's going to refuel their body and it's healthy.
All right, so now you're adding some apples.
We're adding some apples.
Fresh apples.
Yep. And because we were so busy at the Bloomsburg Fair, we like to do it this way because it gives the people an opportunity to have an apple that they can grab when they want it instead of having it all chopped up in there.
I like that idea. You could even dip it in
You could dip it because all of the people had their kids and the kids, wanted to share their mom and dad's
Right?
bowl.
It's a great
so
way
this
to
was
do
a
it.
nice little way. And then we like to add, of course, what would pumpkin be without a little cinnamon? Then we do our pumpkin seeds, which adds a little bit of color. And of course, a little more healthy. And then we'll do our flax because great fiber and just adds a little pop to it, a little taste. And then we take our apple butter and we do our little apple butter drizzle.
Nice.
And we just drizzle it right over the top. So you've got the pumpkin base, we have apples, we have flax, we have the pumpkin seeds, and then we have the apple butter and topped with some cinnamon to die for. Really, really yummy.
Well, Denise, you have a second one for us.
We do. So keeping somewhat with the theme of seasonal, this is our Mocha Joe with peanut butter. Now, who doesn't like coffee flavor and peanut butter mixed together to die for? And it gives you a little bit of caffeine. So if you need a little pep in your step for the day, this is the one. And we could do this as a smoothie. So you can eat it as a bowl and you can have it as a smoothie as well.
Okay, great.
So again, we always start with our granola. This is called the cold brew coffee base.
Nice.
And it's nice to have when you're hitting about 2 o'clock.
Yes.
And you need that.
2 to 3 o'clock slump.
You got it, exactly, Jackie. We always like to add a little bit of our granola on top. And then this one gets some fresh strawberries.
Oh, nice.
A lot of strawberries on this one because this is the only fruit on this one. And we also allow people, we do custom bowls. It's called Build Your Own Bowl. So if somebody came in and they don't like a particular way that we have an option on the menu, they can change it. So we have our granola, we have our cold brew coffee base, fresh strawberries, and then we have almond slivers on this one. And now this is probably one of the only unhealthy things we offer, but it is chocolate syrup. If people don't want it, we have other drizzles. So we do this one with a little bit of chocolate syrup.
Nice.
And then we also, on this one, we're gonna add some peanut butter because yum. So that is our Mocha Joe with peanut butter, and again, really delicious.
Denise, thank you for making this for us. This looks fabulous.
You're welcome. I can't wait for you to try it.
All right, well, let's give it a try, right?
Give it a try.
Oh, wow.
It does not disappoint.
The pumpkin on the bottom is so flavorful. And it's not sweet. And that butter, the apple butter.
The apple butter.
This is an A++.
So we're located at 119 Wells Street in 40 Fort. We are right next to the Hatchet Factory and the Flour Warehouse, so you can't miss us. We do everything from our smoothie bowls to actual smoothies. We do yogurt bowls, we do oatmeal bowls, and coming in November, we'll offer soup.
Nice.
And we do fruit wraps, we do avocado toast, we do bagels. So we have other menu items all geared towards healthy. And then we also have the Rebound Fitness Gym, which is attached to the cafe as well.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, so you can check out classes online. Rebounding is a small trampoline and it is the best fitness. I mean, NASA said it was the best fitness invented by man for the body. Drains the lymphatic system, great for diabetes, blood pressure, helps you sleep, helps you lose weight, great cardio workout. We have everything from beginner to expert classes.
Excellent, thank you so much. We really had a great time here. We appreciate you taking out the time.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you coming and trying our bowls. We're so happy you love them.
We really do. And listen, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, and you too.
Thanks. We'll see you next time on the Home and Backyard Cookbook.